Deep beneath the Minecraft surface, there are many interesting places, including one unique biome, the Lush Cave. This is where we find waterfalls, beautiful plants and huge spaces. Probably the best biome of many of you. I like it very much too. I wondered for a long time how to build this beautiful structure from bricks. And finally the time has come. Today you will see my biggest Minecraft project. And this is just the beginning of what I've planned. Lush Cave is one of many underground biomes. It's quite easy to find, it's quite common, mainly in the temperature area. An azalea tree can also show the way to the cave, although I saw them a few times while playing. Most recognizable sign is the cave vines with glowing berries. In the biome you can meet some interesting mobs such as axolotls, which comes in 5 colors. There are also bats and glowing squids. The LEGO Minecraft series is already 10 years old. Do you know how many times the sets referring to the Lush Cave has appeared? Only twice. I'm talking about sets 21183, the Training Grounds, and 21189, the Skeleton Dungeon. I have this second set and I really like it, but it's still not what I want to see. Lush Cave is only a small part of it. I hope that LEGO will surprise us soon and release a set that will focus only on this great biome. My project will be very large, the biggest one I've built with Minecraft so far. Thanks to the size, I will have a lot of space for few cool things. The main theme is Lush Cave, but I decided to add some structures as well. Such sets will be an inspiration: the dungeon, the abandoned mine, and the first adventure. In a moment you will see what I mean. Before construction, it's worth preparing Minecraft blocks. In my Lush Cave I will most often use stone, cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, clay, moss. Additionally will also appear water and lava. This time I won't show you the project in the game. I think it will be more interesting if I show step by step all the attractions I've prepared. And there will be a lot of them here. So pickaxe in hand and let's get started. I start building from the baseplate. This time it will be something really big, 40 by 40 stats. It's twice as much as my previous MOCs. In the next step, I strengthened the frame and added the sides of the first layer. Green moss appears from very beginning. There is a place at the back that deserves attention. I made the first space here for the battery box. This is the same technique as my first project, the lava cave. I added an opening panel here. Thanks to it, there will be easy access to the switch. The battery box will also be easy to remove when needed. I think this is the perfect solution. For my project I use lights that I bought in my local supermarket. They were very cheap, about €2. Their biggest advantage are very small LEDs that fits perfectly between the round plates. Perfect for Minecraft MOCs. I bought many such lamps. Even though this is the beginning of construction, I'll start adding tiles. I really like this stage. Thanks to them you can immediately see that it's Minecraft. A few tiles and I can move on to the next stage. Now it's time for something new. Probably like all of you, I have a lot of zombies in my collection. As I mentioned, there is a lot of space in my MOC. So wouldn't the perfect solution be to build a zombie dungeon? Of course! I've already prepared the floor, made of regular and mossy cobblestone. The dimensions of dungeon are 5 by 5 Minecraft blocks. The next step is to add a zombie spawner. I built something like this, with a green tile inside, so it would be clear whose dungeon it was. The finished spawner goes into its place, and the first zombies are ready. It's time to use the lights. 2 will go to the dungeon. I will add torches to the clips you see, first and second. I'll turn on the lights And it's ready. It looks very good. I think that once I build the whole thing, the effect will be perfect. Because zombies don't like the dark. I added a few more layers and made places for the ponds. To make the construction a bit easier, I will add more tiles and jumpers. Good thing I have a lot of tiles in many colors, so I don't need to order them. What would Lush Cave be without water? I will add a lot of it here. And this is not the end, because there will be more of it in next stages. Water ponds are ready, and I like it very much. I will add plants and mobs here later. Now I will focus on something new. In the center part of my MOC, I mark a place where lava lake will appear. I left some lights that I will use to light up this place. The first stage of construction of lava lake is a layer of orange plates. The next stage of lava lake construction is laying cables between the round plates. It's time consuming, so I want to show it. Sometime later the lava is ready. Let's see what it looks like when I turn on the lights. It's great, I like it very much. I also added a small waterfall. I can't wait to build the nether. There I will build a huge areas with lava. I add more layers and reach the stage that I like very much. The terrain will start to change thanks to such blocks. I really like this technique of adding terrain. Thanks to it you can expand the caves in a nice way. Time for another structure in my project. Of course it will be mineshaft. There will be 2 such structures throughout the project. I built these elements in medium nougat. It will be classic oak wood. There are brackets on the bottom that will allow me to connect this part to the baseplate. All built using the snot technique. First part added, now the second one, and it's ready. It looks very nice. In the next step I added plants. I will add them during construction. There are many places here that will be difficult to access in the later stages of construction, so I will add them now. There are several types of plants here. Most important, flowering azalea and drip leaf. Both plants are found only in Lush Cave. I also added grass, there is most of it. A few layers later I finished building the dungeon. The torches are lit, the spawner works. Zombies are waiting to get the player. I really like how it looks. I wondered for a long time how to build cave vines with glow berries. And here they are. I used leaves and one by one round plates here. Thanks to this technique I can make vines in size of 1 block. Then I combine several blocks and get the desired length. I also didn't forget about the berries that I mounted on the brackets. The second thing I had to figure out is how to mount it. Brackets help here. See for yourself. The finished vine looks great. I can't wait for the next ones. Half of my project is ready. This means I already have 10 layers, but there will be another 10 more. The first part of the Lush Cave is ready. The first waterfall is ready. I also finished building the first mineshaft. And at the top I made place for the second one. There is still a lot of work to do, so I am back to building. The second mineshaft will be a little different. This time I'll add some rails here. I thought about the technique for a long time, because there are only 5 plates height. I used brackets for construction, so I can build any length, even 1 block. Additionally, brackets connect and strengthen this structure. Then I add another element, and the rails are ready. I left 1 jumper here. What would mineshaft be without minecart? I made a small, very simple design, but I think it's great. Inside there are new bricks 1 by 1 with side stat. I can also put something into, which also makes me happy. Next layers are ready. There are 15 of them, which means the end is getting closer. I'm finished building the second mineshaft. I'm also slowly adding mobs and players. It may be difficult later, because in some areas there is a little space for my hands. It's time for the most difficult stage of construction, the ceiling and the second lights. This time I will use 20 LEDs, and I've prepared something like this. I made 10 blocks, each with 2 LEDs. Each such block will be placed in appropriate place, but it won't be easy, because I have to build everything upside down, so that I have stats from the bottom. The first step I take when building a ceiling is to mark places for lights. I planned everything so that there were a distance of 2 or 3 blocks between the points of light. Thanks to this solution, my cave will be lit well. When I designed this cave, I thought that the part of ceiling would rest on the second waterfall. Pretty clever, right? Now see how the lamps are installed. I put the previously prepared blocks into designated places. And it's ready. Let's see how they work. After many hours the ceiling is ready. Almost. There are still a few blocks and details missing. All the lights are already in place. It got a little dark inside. But what's lights for? It's hard to show how good it all looks. Importantly, I also made place for second battery box. Just open the side panel and turn it on. A few bricks later, I slowly finished building my MOC. And I had the last layer left. Before I add the last plates, I wanted to show you how it looks like inside. I gave a lot of Technic bricks here. This will make the upper part durable, and it must be, because I have some plans. So, time to add plates. And the last stage of construction. There will be many mini-features and mobs in this project. You will see all the details in a moment. But before that happens, time for the last thing. Tiles. There will be a lot of them here, but I will only add them for a while. I'll tell you why in a moment. Six weeks of building, and my Lush cave MOC is ready. This is my biggest Minecraft project so far. I like it very much, but it wasn't easy. I had to plan everything well and buy a lot of additional parts. This is the first stage, because I plan to build the second part, which will be at the top. But that will be in a moment. I already have a plan for the next MOC. And now a little hint, not even that small. Like I said, there will be a lot of Minecraft MOCs this year. Let me know in the comment what other biomes I should build. Also remember about thumbs up. Thanks. That's it for this episode, and see you next time in the Nether. Bye!